I just wanted to provide a brief update on how I see my content creation going over the next maybe 3 to 6 months. So anyone that's seen my content will know I'm incredibly frustrated because the platforms limit views on my content. I can't really get anywhere. I don't like bashing my head against a wall, so I don't like to repeat cycles, especially when it's quite stifling. As you saw there, I got my books, and I am continuing to work. I will be working on my upcoming books. So the next one, I reckon, maybe April, it'll release. Again, overall, though, I don't care. Yeah, if it comes out April, that's the plan. That's the hope. But I see my books annually, so I really don't care what month they release. If it's April, if it's December, I don't care. As long as I do it this year, I'm proud. At the moment, the plan is April. If I lose interest in some way, then it doesn't matter because it's not set in stone. I've still got the audiobook, and I talk about it a lot for Find Your Peace to Save Your Soul, my book I released back in August, September last year. And I still haven't finished it. I still got about 8 chapters to narrate. Again, I haven't been interested enough, to be totally honest. I've been doing a lot of video content. And yeah, I will get round to doing that. Again, it's not a priority. It'll all happen when it's supposed to. Um, so I just want to really just touch upon sort of the content, how it is, why I'm frustrated a little bit, and just show what I'm going to be going off doing, because I'm going to be going in a different direction for a period now. I don't want to keep doing the same thing and getting nowhere. It's just a waste of my time. It gets frustrating. So this is my YouTube channel, and this is where I create all my main content. Really, I try and inspire people, show personal growth, healing, positive mindset, all this. I do all that, trying to show people really life in general. And I think when the audience catches up with it, I think it will help transform their lives. And I don't say that lightly. I'm aware of the impacts I can have, and I take that very serious. But I think at the moment I'm in a stage where it's waiting for the world to catch up with me, because I can only do so much. I can create content, but if there's no audience, there's no point. So I might as well just wait for the world to catch up a little bit here. So, by extension, is my TikTok channel. You can see the views are ridiculous. You probably can't see clearly there, but they are. They're less than 50 for the most part. It's a waste of my time. So today I made a clips profile. I don't expect to get any views on this one either. I expect it to be quite stifling. Effectively, I'm making clips off my existing videos. So I won't be creating any more original content for a while, I don't expect. No, you never know. I'm not anticipating it though. Like I said, I'll be doing the books, maybe even doing the audio book if I choose to. And like I said, I can sit there and just edit on my phone and things with my existing videos and just build this clip channel up where the videos should be really between that 1 minute and 2 minute long. They're not going to be long, and I think it gets to the point. Whereas a lot of my videos can be quite long, and I'm going to try and keep this one short. So there you go. That's them, and then there's this is my website, and it literally keeps everything concise. I may update it later, I may edit it and change it. I haven't touched it in a long time. It helps bring everything together. So you can see different things. For instance, you can see I've got my podcasts there, you've got my books there, you've got the audiobook there, you've got me just messing around with some narration of other people's books, really, just for enjoyment, really. A Spotify playlist, websites I've created. I've stopped for a while, which is why they're very minimal. So what am I going to go off doing? I'm going to be doing my book. I'm going to be doing the audiobook. I'm going to be editing my existing videos into a clips profile. Now, how interested I get with that will be depending on the audience. If no one's really watching them, I'm just going to give up. In all honesty, I'll just leave it. It depends how I feel, because it's a waste of time. So at the moment, in my personal time, I'm actually really enjoying gaming again. I'm on my laptop PC gaming. I've got connected to an ultra wide monitor. I've enjoyed recording some videos. I haven't uploaded them all to my profiles. So there's videos I can sort of like decide to edit. I can put on. I can record new stuff, because if I'm playing a game, it's not hard for me to record, and it's enjoyable. So I just want to touch on that side of my life. So we've got a professional side where we're taking the book serious. We've got the video content that's already on YouTube. But there's a side to me that existed way before my books. I used to do gaming. I used to do live streaming. I used to make video game content. I used to get free games, free products from game developers and publishers. So I used to reach out. I know there's a different way to do it now. So you can join some PR companies and get that. If I take it serious, I don't see this as my be-all and end-all. I see the other side of me catching up, and I know I can be successful that way. But it keeps my mind stimulated. So this is my website, Inside PC Gaming. It's very basic. It doesn't look very good. It looked better in the past, but I keep messing around, and I haven't touched it in a long time. So as you can see, last date was 2022, but these were old reviews, for instance, that I just copied and put into my website because I've lost a lot because I've deleted it a long time ago, and these were the ones I had saved. But I've lost some very good reviews that I wrote. So what I'm thinking of doing, some of the games I'm playing at the minute, I feel like maybe I'll sit down and just write up a review for it, like how I feel about the game, give my impressions. I enjoy doing the video content anyway, so I can do video content too. But it's really depending on the time and commitment I want to invest in it. I don't see myself going too mental, where it's my be-all and end-all, like a proper gaming channel where you talk about the latest news. I don't think I'm invested enough for that. I have the potential to do it, but I've got the other stuff to do as well. I just want this to be a bit of fun, like where I'm just enjoying myself, really just journaling, I guess. So that takes me over to my YouTube channel. Like I say, we've got the main YouTube. I've also got another YouTube, which you can find down here. I've got two. One's Inside PC Gaming. The other one's Stephen Bradley Waters TV. So Stephen Bradley Waters TV is the one I'm currently working on. And I've got a decision to make. If I make a lot of video game content, do I put it here? Or do I reinvest it into my Inside PC Gaming profile where there's an awful lot of game content from 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, look, 4 years ago, that was a year. Most other videos are 4 years plus. So it's just whether I continue to invest in that one or do I just solely invest in the new one. The new one has things like physical media, me fixing a VCR, trying to fix a VHS tape. So it's not just gaming, and I'm not sure I want to oversaturate it with gaming. But I've already started going that way with this content here. So yeah, I may start recording more gameplay sessions with, but you know, when you post videos, ideally you want to edit it, and I haven't got the patience for that. So I'm not sure really how to go about it at the moment because I don't want to make it time consuming. I've got other things to focus on too, you know. But yeah, it could easily be either channel. I haven't decided, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this website. It may be that I have to spend a couple of days redesigning it, figuring it out. But I think I'll enjoy, to be honest, typing up the reviews because I like writing anyway. Some games I'm playing now and I'm really impressed with them. And like I say, I can just record the video. I can't see me live streaming. I don't think I've got the patience for that because I like to play how I want to play. I don't like to commit to hours and end playing a game if I'm not feeling it. I'm more of a on the cusp sort of person. If I feel like playing it, I'll play it. And that's why I think the website's good because I can sort of talk about whatever I want to talk about. It's my baby. I've owned this domain for years, insidepcgaming.com. I wouldn't be surprised if it's worth money one day because I think it's a pretty cool name. But it's been dormant, you know. So if I'm not getting anywhere with my other content, for instance, on TikTok and YouTube, and it's just not growing, it's like I might as well just leave it for a bit and I'll go and enjoy myself, you know, because I'm playing the games anyway. I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance like crazy. I don't know if I don't know if I can get my. I can get it up. Okay, so this is my Steam profile. I've got thousands of games, believe me. I can't zoom in, unfortunately. But if you look at this, it says recent activity, past 2 weeks, I've played 70 hours. Bear in mind, for months, I had 0 hours. I wasn't playing anything. All of a sudden, boom, I'm playing Football Manager like crazy. You know, I've been done 2 seasons quite rapid. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I've had since the 5th or the 4th of February. So that's maybe 20 days. And I've put in 50 hours. So, you know, I've got my money's worth out of that. It cost me £50. I've played 50 hours, £1 an hour. Euro and American Truck Simulator. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima. I'm mixing it up a little bit, which is truly enjoying myself. But like I say, I've got an awful lot of games. It's outrageous. This is just a snippet. There's about 1,000 games, I think. I think it should say up here. But again, this is like 20 years worth of account. Maybe 30, 20 years. I don't know. It does say here, 16 years of service, 2009. So I've had this account since 2009, 1,961 games. But that's that many years worth of games, you know. So yeah, I've got a lot of content that I can derive articles, videos from. And I enjoy doing it. So if I'm playing these games, I can talk about them. Why not? And if anything, it's fun because I actually get to enjoy myself. Do you know what I mean? Like I get to sit and play the games. I get to chill out, enjoy myself, and then I can talk about them. Like there's another one called Crusader Kings 3. I knew nothing about it. I wanted to play it because, again, I own it. Some games I've got in bundles. So it's not like I've just went out and paid full price for every game. Sometimes there's a bundle. It's like maybe £10 and it comes with 8 games. And you're like, that's cool. And one of them, I think, was Crusader Kings. So it worked out like £1 a game or something stupid. But I played it recently. It was a bit hard at first to figure out what I'm doing, and then I realized it's a story-driven game, and it's actually really cool. You're actually like a nobleman or potentially a king, and you have to acquire land, and you can either do it through conflict, or you can do it through I don't know what you'd call it, but hereditary. So like if you've got like your bloodline and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, so it's pretty cool. It's not simple at all. So there's espionage. There's a point of you can have plagues and things can wipe out your family. So you have to make sure you have. It's really cool in the fact that it's setting out that you have to try and get married, try and get your children married, try and have children to keep your bloodline going. So effectively, if there's no one left in your bloodline and you die from whatever it is, whether it's whatever the reason, your game would end. But if you've got a bloodline, you can continue the game as that character. It's so cool. The dynamics just changes dynamics. But again, I think some people get lost with this. So if I get my head around it, I can talk about it, and then I can do then I can do content on it. So there's a similar game. Oh, so something else I was showing. Wait a minute, I've lost it. Oh, that's there. Right, okay. Yeah, so there's a similar game on here. It's same company. Europa Universalis review. I don't know if it's a great review because I can't remember. I'll explain because I might as well. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'll probably do a written review and a video review. I've done a video review of something called SteelSeries. If I show you that, if anyone's got this far, I don't know if I've got it actually. Reviews. I don't know. Reviews first looks. I thought it was a really good review I did. Here, SteelSeries review. I actually really liked it. It's got 4,400 views. Maybe not so many likes. 440 likes.
It's in a complicated space universe.
Oh, bear in mind, my microphone was terrible back then. It's good though. I actually like this one because I hate video editing. So this was me. I did my review, then I did a video to edit to fit the review. It was a whole process. A pain in my ass. I don't like doing it. And then I recorded it, but it was not this microphone. It's one years ago. But I thought I did a good job.
Delving into SteelSeries for the first time.
Wait.
I'm not going to pretend to be anything other than a novice in a complicated space universe. Delving into SteelSeries for the first time is somewhat overwhelming, as is the case of all Paradox Interactive's grand strategy games. Interstellar universes are often riddled with complicated features. Thankfully, the helper in the game is actually helpful. After a few hours, the game began to make more sense, and the addiction really started to kick in. Before long, time had flown by and my human enterprise was expanding and competing for territory against rival alien species. For the purposes of this review, my install includes the Megacore and Distant Star Story Pack DLC. Laser lights flashing with hostility, inflicting damage upon rival ships. Missiles launching and guns firing. Starports can be upgraded with defense capabilities which advance and improve in line with research. Are harmed by attrition from the effects of war. The longer it lasts, the worse the effects on the empires. Eventually, a conclusion.
So it's a bit annoying. The microphone's not very good. However, I do content like that, I don't know. I haven't decided, but there's plenty of games for me to talk about, for me to do videos on. A lot of time, I just prefer doing gameplay. I know people can't be asked to watch that, but it's a lot easier for me just to record it. I'll talk on camera while I'm playing it, and then just throw it out. And that's what I've been doing. So. Ghost of Tsushima, I'm pretty much talking to myself playing Ghost of Tsushima. So I've decided to play some Ghost of Tsushima. I'm playing it in between some other games really. But I've got it on PC, so I'm playing this on my gaming laptop. And to be honest, it's running great. It's slower with recording. When it's not recording, it can get some really good high frame rates. And I think it just looks absolutely incredible. Just got to remember where the hell I am or what I'm doing. Quite a long gameplay video. It's 2 hours. Well, I'm not catching any good moments, am I? I'm getting all the worst moments. One-on-one's a lot easier. Just draw them out. Oh, it's a good one. So effectively, if I decide to do reviews or anything like that, articles based on the games, it'll be a case of I'll probably write the article and then I'll record segments of the game to match the article. So, for instance, if we go, I don't know if I've done a video on Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think I might have on my main profile. I've been playing the hell out of Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's so great. But what I can do with that game, I just want to briefly talk about Kingdom Come. So I recorded it a bit different this time around. It's a bit, I've changed it now, so obviously to give it more space rather than a little screen too. I've seen a lot of videos on it, so I'm not going to talk too much. There's a lot of cost. I'll remove that there. But what I'll probably do, like for instance, I know certain things that annoyed me with the game, and I know the best things about the game. And it'll be a case of if when I talk about the bad things, then I can sort of record segments of that, and then people will have a view of it. But again, the whole process, I don't think people realise when it comes to creating video content, especially things like gaming, it's really, really time consuming. It's far more time consuming than you could even imagine, because you've obviously got to plan it. It's got to be articulated. It's got to be strategized and done in segments. But then if you're going to correlate the video, it's really hard to do all that. It's the time it takes and the editing process. Effectively, you could play a game and it's like, that's not good enough. Now you've got to spend 3 or 4 hours messing about doing everything. So every video is an absolute pain in the ass, really, especially when you're not getting views. So yeah, I'm just going to figure out what I want to do with the content, figure out why I want to record it, what I want to say, and how I want to present it. There's this chance I'll probably just do gameplay. But then if I do a review, I'll try and present it as best I can if I do a review. Or I might just leave a review on my website. But again, this is just me keeping myself entertained, in all honesty, because, I'm not getting anywhere with the other stuff. It's just not. And it's like, it's a waste of my time to an extent. If I'm not going to get anywhere with, trying to help people uplift their lives, then I'm not going to waste my time doing something so serious when I can just go off and enjoy myself. I might as well go and chill out and play some games, So I might as well just be chilling out with these games. I don't know if there's a better view of that, to be totally honest. It's quite dark at the minute, isn't it, in the cameras? But yeah, some of these games are absolutely beautiful, and it's fun to sit in that world and play. And like I say, I used to really enjoy doing the content. And if I take it serious enough and I get enough and I do well enough, then of course I could reach out to publishers about getting games and things. But I stopped doing that a long time ago. But it does seem like an old version of myself. Like, is it worth the time and effort? So I'm definitely not going down that path of I'm going to give up on all my other dreams to do that, because that'd be stupid. So there'll always be a book a year. I'll still do my audio book. I may turn some of my videos into a podcast later, because I'm trying to think how to go about that, whether I want to, what videos to pick, because there's thousands of videos. It's just crazy at this point. So there's so much potential, but until I see growth, I'm not going to keep investing in it. So I'll still do bits and pieces, but I can't just keep doing it to the level I'm doing it now, because it's exhausting me. And through that exhaustion, it's getting frustrating. And I'm thinking, do you know what? Instead of sitting there getting it all set up and doing it all professionally and trying to do some professional content, I'll just play a game instead. That's fine. I'm just going to sit and relax, and I'll spend my days relaxing. That's what I'm going to be doing now, and I'll record that relaxation when I'm chilling out playing a game. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing over the next potentially 3 to 6 months now. Just switching off and chilling out, and I'll create content in other avenues. So, like I say, it'll be video content for sure, because I enjoy doing the videos, and I'm expecting to rework the website, and we start creating some new content for it. Whether I decide to do news, I may even do news content where I talk and I read some news stuff about the latest stuff going on in the game industry, because I can do that too if I choose to. Like, I could do it here, and I'll do a little bit here while we're here. I mean, I'm not going to switch off in a minute. I know it's been long. No one listens anyway. Doesn't matter. Europa Universalis 4 review. I don't even know if it's any good, and I think my grammar's improved a lot since I did all these reviews. So I can do much better now. But I put failures and poor decisions are part of what makes Europa so appealing. To witness the predatory nature of other civilizations ready to pounce and devour land as their own makes everything feel real with consequences. Gaining victories feels more rewarding than having experienced the suffering. It's understandable how so many people have become obsessed with this grand strategy, playing hundreds and sometimes thousands of hours, dedicated to changing the course of history. It's an experience of ruling and governing where decisions affect everything. And I put this little note: historical review, written and published years prior on a different edition of the website. Late to the party for a game that was released in 2013. That's only 6 years behind the rest of the world. In all honesty, Paradox Interactive's grand strategy games have always been intimidating to many newcomers. I'm certainly no exception. The depth and detail are incredible and require many hours to get to grips with the mechanics of the game. Maintaining and expanding one's own power and influence is addictive and empowering. The legitimacy of your claim to power is influenced by many factors, not least the importance of an heir to the throne. Marriages can be arranged between a friendly faction. Successfully creating a marriage strengthens the relationship between those factions and the claim to power. A marriage can be used to manipulate the other into a false sense of friendship. As Castile, I had an alliance and marriage with England. When war with my neighbouring faction was declared, they refused to answer the call for support. There's also the risk that the other party could make a claim to the throne themselves due to their lineage through a joint heir. Alliances aren't always perfect, as is the reality of such relationships. Often there are conflicting allegiances. For instance, whilst Portugal was my ally, they were also allied with my neighbour, which had them in a difficult position when war broke out. I was betrayed and sacrificed, and overwhelmed by the enormity of multiple armies invading. Thankfully, a truce was eventually agreed, though much land surrendered to appease the invaders. Portugal and I maintained a positive alliance after including a marriage agreement. Strengthening allegiances is important for survival and support. Knowing when to support others and refuse is integral for survival. I blindly stood proudly alongside my much smaller neighbour against England and others. It felt like the honourable thing to do as an ally. I almost lost all my lands to that alliance. Sometimes it's just more prudent to decline and take the negative reaction, better than losing everything. Weigh up the pros and cons of every decision. Inevitably, everything matters and has a consequence. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much. I mean, obviously I've talked about a little bit other things, but yeah, that was what I thought. Bit basic, I guess, nowadays. But yeah, we'll see where I end up. I mean, like I say, I talk about it a lot. You can't be everything. It's just impossible. You know, I can't be. If I didn't have the professional side where I have my books, for instance, and I have other ambitions, I was doing all this before all that, and I could have easily continued doing it, and I'd have been quite all right. So there is the potential to go back to it, really. It's just I've done more since, and it seems pointless. But at the same time, I just want to relax. And if it gives me a form of giving me something fulfilling to do in the meantime, in the interim, while I wait for the world to catch up, then I will. So that's probably where I'm going to go. I'm going to start growing the channels, building on them, maybe investing in them a little bit. Yeah. So, like I say, I could easily lose myself to websites. To be honest, I could end up just rebuilding my my main profile and that one. But in all honesty, I don't think I've got the time. I don't think I've got the energy for it. Not when I've got a book to edit and I've still got the audio book, of course. It's like it's work. I don't want it to feel like work. So yeah, I'm going to decide. But yeah, I'm trying to think where to invest, because the thing is, where I invest next is going to be really, really important, because I can grow either channel, my TV channel or my PC gaming channel. And there's no point keep to and froing. You know, you start investing in one, it knocks off the other. So I haven't decided.